What's up, guys? Last DayZ Mods here, back with another exciting announcement on our My Name Is JSON coding bot. So if you are not familiar with what this is and what it does, right now it only has a couple features as it's still in beta, but essentially this is it's going to be a full service modding bot for console DayZ users. So in the past, you've had to either learn how to do all the coding yourself and struggle through that and scour the internet and the discords and learn how to do it step by step, which I still recommend. I think it's a great thing to do. That's how I learned, was by getting into some of the console modding discords and reading all the tutorials out there. Balshad is absolutely legendary. His discord is top notch and great resource. Highly recommend it, and being a part of that community. That's where I learned almost everything I know. And then, just getting in there and messing stuff up and learning how to fix it. That always helps. But at any rate, I've just heard too many instances of people breaking their server or hiring a coder to do it, which for a while I did some of that. To me, it's just better to. This just is going to simplify things. People are going to be able to use this bot to just get in there with no coding experience, type in what they want, and it will spit out the files that you can just simply load into your server. Really going to be a time saver for experienced and inexperienced alike. Now, obviously, it's not going to be able to do every single possible thing. You're still going to need to do some level of coding, know how to get those files loaded, so on and so forth. But at any rate, that's kind of what we're shooting for with this bot. I'm very excited for the direction that it's headed in right now. And so, at any rate, this new feature is probably one of the ones that I am the most excited about. Primarily because one of my favorite types of servers to work on and to code and to build are deathmatch servers. I absolutely just love doing that. But there was an area that I absolutely despise doing because it takes so long to do it. And if you've ever done a deathmatch server, you probably already know what I'm talking about. We actually released a video, actually a couple videos on how to make a deathmatch, and I went into great detail on this. And that is this file here, the map group positions. It is a file that is very long and has a lot of lines to it. Yeah, a lot of lines. Basically, it's got every single building, not basically, it has every single building in the map that can generate loot, which is a lot of buildings. So again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because we have a tutorial build or a video that explains a lot of this. But essentially, if you're making a deathmatch, and for this example, we're going to use Berezino here. So in Berezino, you've got all these buildings, and you're going to want deathmatch style loot spawning in there. You're going to want guns and military guns, or whatever your theme is. Maybe you're going for just melee, so you want all melee weapons. But at any rate, you're going to want that loot spawning in these buildings. But at the same time, you don't want that loot being dispersed throughout the rest of the map. So if you boost your loot to 100 M4s, well, that's going to, if you just did that, it's going to spit out 100 M4s and distribute it along the whole map. So typically and traditionally, what we've had to do is go in and separate every one of these buildings here in that map group positions and set those aside and delete all the others so that loot only spawns in these ones. And you can imagine how time consuming that would be. So what we've done with this feature, and again, I'm thrilled to pieces over this. I'm so excited to release this, get it out to the community because I am already using it and very excited. So essentially what we are doing is with just a couple of commands, this bot is going to automatically separate these buildings for you in less than 2 minutes. So here's how it works. Let's open up the bot. Well, actually, first let's just kind of show you what it's doing. So here is an example essentially when you type the command, it's going to create a box around the buildings that you want. So you want your lower left X and Z coordinates. Okay. And then you also are going to want your upper right. And that creates this box. And what the bot does is anything inside of these parameters, it's going to keep those buildings and delete everything outside. Okay. So that's just kind of an example of how it works. Here's the command. You're going to type $DM, and then you're going to put the start coordinate, your starting X coordinate, space, starting Z coordinate. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you an example of this. So it's not as confusing as it sounds. I have a way of babbling and talking too much and making it sound more difficult. But so yeah, you want to do $DM and then your starting X coordinate, your starting Z coordinate for the lower left. And then you want to do a space and you want to do your end X coordinate and end Z coordinate, and that's in your upper right. So again, that creates a box like this. And what the bot will do is only keep what's inside of that box you created. So let's go back to our map, and I'll give you an idea of kind of what you're looking at when you want to set up your deathmatch. So again, looking at the town of Berezino here, if you were to picture sort of a box around Berezino like this, right? So here's our imaginary box. We want to keep everything in here. So we want to get our lower coordinate here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hover the hand there, and we're going to click Control C, and that's going to copy that. And then you can do this all at once. You could paste this in a in a notepad file, or you can do it in real time, which is what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and issue that command in the bot. We're going to say $DM space, and then we're going to go ahead and paste that. Now notice it pastes it with this little / there, so we want to delete that and just have a space there in between. So there's the first command. So this is our lower X and our lower Z. Okay, so that's the first part. We want to click a space, and then now we want our upper right X and Z. Okay, so we want to come out this way, and basically now there's an imaginary line here, an imaginary line here. So we want to go ahead and let's say right about there. Okay, Control C. And now we're going to go back into our bot, and we are just going to paste that like that. And again, same thing. We want to remove that /. And again, this is, if you already have these coordinates, it'll be a lot easier. You're not going to have to go in and copy paste like this. Be a lot easier. But then at any rate, that's how it should look right here. So again, just to refresh, you've got $DM, that's the command. And then we've got our lower left X coordinate here, followed by a space. And then we've got our lower our lower left Z coordinate right here, followed by a space. And then we've got our upper right X coordinate, followed by a space, and our upper right Z coordinate. Okay, I know it sounds complicated. It's not as complicated as it seems. Then we just simply click enter and watch the magic. Boom, there it is. What would normally take hours and hours and hours of work is done just like that for you. So let's download this thing, and let's go ahead. Let's put that on our desktop. And let's open this thing up. There it is. Let's see what we've done. Boom, there it is. So that is just the buildings. Again, this also, this is going to do like the wrecks, the car wrecks, and anything that can generate loot is going to be in this file. So you can now literally take this file as is and install this in your game files for your deathmatch. It's ready to go. Now, obviously, there's going to be some other things you need to do in the map group proto, like changing the usage from, village and town to military, so on and so forth. We'll have another video that covers that. We have another feature coming out that's going to tackle that step too, so that will also be automated. But at any rate, very excited to announce this. It's going to make your life so much easier in doing your deathmatch servers And so we're in beta mode, but we are now offering, there is now a subscription that comes with this. So you will have 72 hours of free usage when you log in and start using the bot. So you can use it free for 72 hours. So if you got some stuff you're working on, you wanted to get it done, you have 72 hours to get that. And then you will be prompted to sign up for a subscription. Don't freak out. It's extremely affordable. We've left it at the price of a cup of coffee. It's $4.95 a month for the subscription, and all future updates will be free for you at this time. So as we add features, we're not going to charge you more for that. Very, very excited for the direction this is going. Big shout out to the DayZ community. Big shout out to John, who is doing most of the coding work on this bot. He's done a legendary job. He's a tremendous person to work with. And anyway, that's all we have for now. I will put a link to the Discord in there so you can get in there, request access to the bot. We'll get you set up on that trial. You can start using it, see how it works. And if you've got a deathmatch server you're working on now, this will save you a ton of time. And if you like using death matches and you like coding them and you build a lot of them, this is going to be a must in your tool belt. And so thanks again for watching, guys. This is Last DayZ Mod signing out. And as always, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can get notifications for our future releases. All right, we'll see you next time, guys.